Hey guys, Jay from Bold here, and I'm excited to show you how our new Recurring Orders app works. What it does is it allows you to put a widget on products that allows customers to select if they want to subscribe and save. You don't have to have a save, that's an option. And then they pick a frequency that they want the order to come. This can be days, weeks, months, years, whatever you want. Or if they're logged in and they have existing subscriptions, they can simply click to add to one of their existing subscriptions. And that way it doesn't ask for their credit card, their shipping information again, drastically increasing conversion. So one way is they can add the subscription to the cart like so. And you can notice that you have different frequencies in the cart. I got 2 months. This could be 1 month. This is a single time purchase and that can all be in the same cart. Or if I go to the app, we can actually have it cart wide as well too. So just quickly show you that as an example. If I go to my recurring settings, I make this recurring cart. Now if I go back to the store and if I were to take these out and add a product in, you notice it's no longer on the product. The only option I have here is to add to cart or add to an existing subscription. But if I add it to cart, now I have the option to make the entire cart recurring. Okay, so I don't have to pick it on each product, so I can do it on the entire cart. So those are kind of the two ways. So I'm going to show you how to use this app, how to get started. It's pretty straightforward. There's two key things that need to be done before this app can work. There is a liquid installation that you have to do, or we can do it for you. If you click on the Help tab in the app, and click under liquid installation, there is instructions that you can get here. If you're not sure what liquid is, you can click this button down here that says, yes, please install it for me, and we will install the liquid for you. You'll just have to create a staff account for us for your shop, and then we'll go in and install the code all for you. Okay, so that's step one. The second thing that's very important is you need to connect it to a Stripe account. For recurring subscriptions to work, right now Stripe is really the only good option out there. We're working on adding PayPal, but the main problem with PayPal, it doesn't allow updates to subscriptions. So for example, if a customer has an order and they want to change the quantity or pause it or change the frequency, they can't do that. And that's one of the key functionalities of this app is customers can log in and update their subscriptions. Right now, only Stripe does that. So you want to make sure you connect a Stripe account. The good news is they're free and it takes literally less than 30 seconds to get set up. So get that up, get that plugged in, and then you're good to go. Once you have those two things set up, the first thing you're going to want to do is select what type of recurring style you want. And I quickly highlighted two of them. You saw the recurring cart, which is where the widget's on the cart. You saw the multiple products. That's where customers can have a recurring product in a cart, a one-time purchase in a cart. And the recurring products can be, one could be 1 month, one could be every second month. You can mix anything you want in the cart. And then there's single product. That's actually the same way Amazon does it. It's when a customer's browsing your store, they find the product they want, they pick the frequency like 1 month, and then they click add to cart and it goes straight to the checkout. It doesn't actually add it to the cart. It's just find the subscription product and subscribe. So this one actually kind of bypasses your normal cart and goes straight to checkout. Same way Amazon does it. So we put this in here because that's kind of a common store. My personal favorite is the multiple products. So this way a customer can buy something one time, they can buy something recurring, and it can all be on the same cart. So once you pick what you want, I'm going to change it to multiple products here. Then you just need to make a couple settings. If you have it on recurring cart, everything in your store can be purchased recurring. Actually, let me just set that to that real quick. I'm going to go back to recurring cart here. And then it takes me to my recurring cart settings, which is right here. So the only thing I need to set up is what intervals do I want to offer and what's the maximum number of an interval. Okay, so just to show you what this does here, I'm going to say 15 and I'm going to say day, week, month, and I'm going to save this. Now, if I go to my cart page and I refresh here, you'll notice that I have the option to select up to 15 and they can pick between day, weeks, or months. Okay, so that's what that does. That's all you have to do if it's a recurring cart. You don't have to pick products because everything in your store can be purchased recurring. This is great if customers are making like shopping lists and they, maybe household goods or whatever, but stuff they need once a month and they need a lot of them. So you can do it this way. And then of course you can choose to give a discount if they make it recurring. So You'll notice in the cart here, if I were to buy this cart, it's $94.98. But if I subscribe to this cart to get it every month, it's actually, my entire cart's going to be $88.33, so I get a bit of a discount, and that's controlled right here. Okay, so that's the cart way. Now, if I want to make it product but on each individual product, that's one of these two here, I'm obviously going to have to pick products. So under my subscription tab here, I can have multiple subscriptions. So if I want to have on all my coffee in my store, or vitamins, or whatever you sell, maybe I want to have all my coffee is available in 1 month intervals, and if you buy it, you get 15% off. But I also sell teas, and I want the teas to be 25% off. So that's a different subscription. So you can create as many as you want. Let me pop this one open here and show you what it looks like. They're really easy to set up. All you do is give it a name, and that's just an internal name, so you know this is your coffee subscription. You pick the products that you want to go in it. And one cool thing about picking the products is you can hand select them, or you can bulk select. So let's say I wanted to pick all the coffee in my store. I could go product type equals coffee. I do a search, and then I can say select all search results. So if I have 5,000 different types of coffee, or 5,000 different types of vitamins, or whatever, I don't have to hand pick every single one. I can just bulk select them all. Or I can put this on my entire store if I wanted to. Okay, so this should make your life a little bit easier when you're applying these on products. Once you find the products you like, just continue with selected products. And then the rest of this will look familiar. This is your same thing as if you have it on cart. You pick what intervals do you want to offer, what maximum number of interval, and do you want to give them a discount. And that's it. That's all you have to do to set it up. Once I save this, I go to my store, and actually now if I refresh the page, you'll notice my handy dandy widget is no longer here. That's because I have it on product specific. But if I head over to a product page, I do notice that it's now here. So I can choose to make this one time or recurring. I get a 15% discount. I have the option for weeks and months, and up to 9 interval here. And that all comes from this here. Okay, so that's my weeks, months, and my 9 interval. Okay, so the next thing is the customers. Okay, so when a customer places an order, this demo shop I'm in here doesn't have much in here, but you'll see them all listed here. If you ever need to edit a customer, you have full control over everything. So you click on your customers tab, you can see what's coming up, what's scheduled for the next 7 days, 30 days, and a year. These are customers that have recurring purchases and what it is calculated to be in those recurring purchases. You can see the next shipment date here. And if you want, you click edit, and then this opens the customer, and I can see all of the customer subscriptions. Now, remember, a customer can have more than one subscription. So this guy has one order that's coming every week, and he has something else that's coming every 2 weeks. So you know, a customer can have multiple open subscriptions. So I got to choose which one I want to edit. I can view all the upcoming orders in here, and I can skip specific orders. Or if I've skipped one, I can resume it. Now the customer has all the same functionality too, so they may have been the ones that clicked here to skip this. So if you skip this in their admin, they'll see that as skipped as well. So you guys are kind of looking at the same admin because they have all this control too. The only thing they can't do is they can't change the price of a product, but they can do pretty much everything else. They can skip orders. They can change quantity. So they can change, I want to say I want more or less on one specific order. Now, this is the specific shipments. So this one here is going out February 15th, February 22nd, March 1st, etc. So I'm editing a specific shipment. Now, if I come up here, I'm going to close up my upcoming orders. This is the master subscription. So on here, if I edit products, let's just say, if I change this to 6, it'll change it on every single future order because it's I'm changing the master subscription unless I hand change one order. Same thing with price. If I update the price on here, it updates it on all future recurring subscriptions for this person, not for everybody, but just for this person. So I can give them a discount right here. I can control this. Remember, the customer doesn't have this price column. So, okay. I can view a history of transactions, whether they failed or not. If they do fail, I can update the customer's credit card information. I can't see it here. It's all stored in Stripe. So you're not storing any customer credit card information, nor are we. It's 100% on Stripe. But so if I change this, it sends the information directly to Stripe. We don't touch it. You don't touch it. It's all PCI compliant. Same thing with shipping address. I can adjust the customer shipping address here, and then it'll change on all subscription orders as well. Okay. Same thing with frequency. I can say I wanted this guy, he now wants it every 1 month instead of every 1 week. You can change all that as well too. Okay. So that's kind of your admin in as far as the customer goes here. Now they have the same control. So customers can access it. The way you find out that is actually if you go to your display settings page, you'll see a URL here. Let me just grab it. It's your store domain / and it's right here, tools.checkout.frontenddesign, etc. It's your store domain and then / tools, checkout, front end, login, etc. Right, well, right here. So, okay. So what you want to do is actually put this somewhere on your store in a menu or a footer. We also always recommend putting it in all of the email templates that go out to customers. But if you want to add it to your store, you just click on navigation, you find the menu, the footer, the main one. I'm not going to spend too much time on this because this is standard Shopify stuff, but I would just add a menu item, and then I want to make it go to that URL, which is my store domain, / tools, checkout, front end, login. Okay. And so that URL, let's go back here under display settings, is you can always find it. And actually here under the manage customers page, it's listed in a number of pages around the app, but that's their login. Okay. So now on this particular demo shop, I added a manage subscription button here. Now it is tied to the member account for the customer. So a customer has to be logged in. It uses the normal membership accounts in your store. So there's no separate login or anything like that. As long as the customer is logged into your store, they click manage subscriptions. They'll come to a page like this and they can see their existing subscriptions. Okay. So I've got one here. I can click it, expand it. Now you notice I'm seeing the same thing that I was seeing in the admin: skip, resume, skip, resume. Let me just jump back here to this customer and I look at this one. This is skip, recover, skip, recover. They have the exact same functionality. So they can skip a shipment if they want. Would you like to skip this order? And I'm going to say no. They can change the quantities on an existing. Now they can't change the price, but they can change the quantity. They can change the frequency. So right now this is coming every 1 week. If they want to change that to every month, they can do that themselves as well. And then there's a lot of other stuff they can do over here on the manage button. They can update the credit card, update address, upcoming orders, transaction, product quantity. They can delete the entire order if they want. So they have access to do all of this stuff themselves. So one nice thing is if a transaction fails, they can come in here and update the credit card themselves. You don't have to do it for them. So that will save you a lot of time. So same thing is they want to view all their transaction history. They'll have that here as well too. Okay. So this is completely customizable. Also the widget on the product page or the cart page is completely customizable too. I'll show you where you do that. You go over to settings and you go to display settings. So there's the recurring payment widget. Okay, this is the one that goes on the, this is where the customer selects, I want one time or recurring. So here's where you control all your style settings. Okay, so all the basic stuff like the width, if I wanted a border on it, let's just make a border here. It'll look ugly for a second. So I'm gonna make a border of 4 pixels and I'm gonna have this as my border color. And rather than this as my background, I will change that to green and I will save that. And if I go back to a product, we'll see how that looks nice and ugly now. So, okay, so I've got the green background and my border of 4 pixels there. So let's change that back real quick. But that's how you would, you can customize everything here. So I'm gonna make that border 0. That's just how I like it. All of your margins, padding. You can also inject any custom CSS you want. So if you're a CSS whiz, you can put that in here. So in this particular example, we did something here to match the font to, I guess, the store's font. And then there's the manage order page. So this is the, let's go here. That's this page right here. And I can change anything with the style I want here too. So for example, let's just make this bigger for the title font, just as an example. And if I save this, come back here and refresh, you'll notice now this has gotten way bigger. Okay. That's just an example, but you can control everything as one, everything you want here. And as well, you can put custom CSS in here too. The thank you page is, we use the same thank you page as Shopify. So when a customer completes an order, they go through the checkout. The checkout process looks just like normal. They would go here, they would click checkout, brings them to a page that looks very similar to what you're used to. Now, if I put something in my thank you page here, which actually this store doesn't have anything, I'm just going to put in here, your subscription has begun. And I'm also going to put this link right here to my, to their order management page, to manage your order. Click here. And I will, oh, actually, I'm just going to say click here. So it goes like this. Do it that way, right? Okay, so that's a link. So I'm going to save this. I'll show you where this shows up in just a second. The other thing I wanted to point out is if you want to put in any tracking scripts, you can also do that in here. The only thing to note is we use some different merge fields. So if you're using Google Analytics, for example, they use subtotal. Let's just use as an example. In their script, you'll see that it's a squiggly space sub dot total. So you would just want to replace that with our merge field, which is square bracket subtotal square bracket close square bracket. Just make sure you use the proper merge fields, and then all your Google Analytics will work just as normal. So okay, so let's go ahead and actually put this order through here. This is a demo site, so I can use my dummy credit card information. And oh shoot, this isn't a recurring order. Let me make this a recurring order here. If you use if it's a normal order, it goes through the regular Shopify cart. If it's a recurring order, it looks identical. It's just it's actually a different backend because it uses Stripe. So let's continue here, and we will go with. And okay, and we will process this one. And once we're here, we can see your subscription has begun. To manage your order, click here. So this information here came from what I added. I'm on the display settings page, and down here, your subscription has begun. To manage your order, click here. Okay, so that's where that goes in. Everything else here, it actually pulls. This is the actual order number in Shopify. I can continue shopping, print receipt, etc. So, okay, moving along. You can also edit all the language settings. So for example, if I wanted to say, well, a bit anywhere. So, you know, we're in the drop down where let's go to a product here. If I go to this product where it says, rather than weeks, months, maybe you want to change it to your own language or your own lingo. You can do all that here. Maybe I want to have a thing here that says subscribe and save as the title. So let's save that there. And if I refresh, you'll see now there is a subscribe and save here. So you can change all of this wording. There's some of them use merge fields. So like the discount here says subscribe and save, discount percentage, discount price. So that's what is showing here, subscribe and save, and then this merges in your percentage. So if you don't want to show the percentage or the price, just subscribe and save or make it recur. You can take those merge fields out. Okay, so all of the text for the widget, all of the text for the add to existing order. The add to existing order is this. When I click this here, all of this text up here, you can control, and as well all of the wording on the recurring orders page. So this is the actual checkout, and as well on the membership or their account login page as well too. So there's a lot here, but you can control everything, any wording anywhere in the app. Okay. If you use coupons in your store, in your Shopify store, and you want them to also work if it's a recurring order, all you have to do is just make sure you replicate it in the app. So if I have a discount in my Shopify store here of free ship, I want to make sure I add it in here too. So you'll notice when you go to add a discount coupon, it looks exactly the same as Shopify. We just replicated it. All you have to do is make sure you replicate the coupon in here and it will work. Also, you could just have a coupon in here that only works for recurring orders. And if they make a one-time purchase, the coupon won't work, because these coupons that are created in the app only work on recurring purchases. So if that's something you wanted to do from a marketing angle, you could. Okay, let's talk about deleting products. If you delete a product in Shopify that is on existing subscriptions, so if I delete my Folgers coffee here, I have customers that are getting that every month. You'll get an email within an hour telling you that you've deleted a product, you need to do something about it. In the app, there'll also be a big red notification bar saying you currently have deleted products. I don't have any right now, so I don't see it, but you'll see that in there. When you do, you'll want to come here to the Manage Deleted Products tab. And in here, you'll be able to just pick a new product to replace it with, or you can just actually remove it from all the orders. Okay. And that can also trigger an email to the affected customers as well too. And the emails are just under email settings here. I'll show you that really quick. These are the default emails that come in. You can automatically email a customer when they subscribe, when a credit card is denied, upcoming shipment, and any price changes. So if you remove a product or change a product on an existing subscription, you can create an email template that gets sent to the customer saying, we have updated a product, and you'd want to put in this merge field here, product changed. So it would look something like, we've updated your product to product changed, etc. So, okay. These emails are all optional. You can turn them on or turn them off, and you can test them with the merge field. So that'll make your life a little bit easier. If you have 1,000 people that have that coffee on a subscription and you change the product or the price, you can let the app do all the emailing for you. Okay. So regarding price changing, that's done under Manage Products and Price. If I change the price of a product on Shopify, it doesn't change the price of all the products on subscriptions. But if I do want to change it on the subscriptions, I simply come in here, find the product, and say I want to change this to $75, and this will change anyone who is getting this product once a month or whatever to $75. Or often, prices change over time. So I might have various customers that have this product at different prices. Someone might be getting it for $60 a month. Someone might be getting it for $25 a month. But maybe I just want to increase the price of this by $2 for all my customers, regardless of what they're currently getting it at. I just want to increase it all by $2, so I would modify it here too. Okay, so that's a way to make it change based off of what the current price is. Okay, I think I just about covered it all. The email settings, language, payment gateway, recurring settings. There's also a home button over here that you can click that has all of the different options in the app. If you have any questions, definitely feel free to email us. Also, just so you know, we do host webinars to help you with the app. If you click on help here and you go to the support and FAQ, and if you scroll to the recurring orders app, there is a place you can sign up for that, join a getting started webinar. So here's where you can see the schedule and pick the next one that works for you and join in. They're very helpful as well too. And as I mentioned, if you have any questions, feel free to email support@boldapps.net, and we would love to help you. We hope you enjoy the app. Thanks for watching.